Okay, so for 2.1, we did adding and subtracting decimals. And we looked at first representing these types of decimals visually. And so I'm going to represent $2.25 visually. So let's draw our two $1. And then we need to draw 25 cents. So when we notice money, everything after the decimal is going to be cents. Everything before the decimal is going to be how many dollars I have. All right, and we also talked about in class how many cents does it take to get $1? So $1 is the same as 100 cents. So once we get up to 100 cents, we've created a dollar. So we would boost this next number up. All right, we also looked at different place value, but we'll talk about that a little bit more once we set this up. So first, let me just finish representing this decimal here. So I have $2, so I have 2 loonies, and then 25 cents. I'm going to use 1/4 here, 25 cents. Perfect. And then here I'm going to represent my $1.30. So I've got 1 loonie, and then I have 30 cents. I'm going to use dimes to represent that. So I have 10 cents, another 10 cents, and another 10 cents. All right, so first I'm going to combine all of my dollars. So I've got $1, $2, $3. Okay, and that number is going to go before the decimal point because before the decimal, I have my dollars. And then after the decimal, let's take a look at my cents. I have 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. 30 cents plus 25 cents is going to give me 55 cents, and that goes after the decimal. And so my total, when I add these up, I'm going to have $3.55. All right, now let's actually set it up and solve it mathematically. All right, if we were to use our money, that would be a good way to do it. All right, but if we want to solve this mathematically, we're going to actually set up $2.25, one on top of the other. Now the problem is, we talked about in class how we need to make sure our number one key point was to line up the decimals. Okay, that's the biggest takeaway from this first section here, which means that I have $1.25 plus $1.30. All right, I want to line them up so that the decimals are in the same spot. We also want to make sure that they're in the same place value, okay? And that's what lining up the decimal does. So if we notice, $2.25, this spot right here is our ones spot. This here is after the decimal, all right? So this is going to be our 10th spot, and this is our 100th spot, right? We want to make sure that we're adding ones to ones, tenths to tenths, and hundredths to hundredths, because, for example, if I added, let's say, $120, and I added $2 to that, and I put $2 here, all right, when I add them up, 0 plus nothing is 0, 2 plus nothing is 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3. That would be $320, which doesn't make sense, right? We know that 120 plus 2 is going to give us 122, right? And these are nowhere near the same amount because we didn't put our place value in the correct spot. This is ones, and all the ones go here, right in front of the decimal, okay? Then our tens and our hundreds. And same goes for our decimal numbers up here after the decimal. So we have the tenths and the hundredths, and we need to make sure that we line those up as well. So now looking at our example, let's line up our $2.25 and $1.30 so that they're right underneath each other. So $1.30. And if I drew little lines to show you, there we go. Okay, we can see that they're all in the same line. And that's going to help me do my addition here. So now I'm going to go 5 plus 0 is 5. Great. 2 plus 3 is 5. The decimals fall right in line, so that's where my decimal goes when I add. And 2 plus 1 is 3. $3.55, just like we added up here. Okay, so that's going to be very important for us. Okay, one thing we did talk about is what if it was, let's say, $12.59 plus $3.26. Notice again how I didn't put the 3 at the front. I needed to line up my decimals, all right? And all of my numbers are in the same spot. But now, when I add 9 and 6, I get 15. So I put the 5 down, and whatever I have left, that 1, it gets carried over top to the next section. So now I have 1 plus 5 plus 2, which is going to be 8. The decimals stay in line here. 2 plus 3 is 5. 1 plus, and there's a 0, a little imaginary one there. If we don't see a number, okay, we can pretend that there's a 0 there. Okay, 1 plus 0 is 1. So we would have $15.85. Okay, so I just wanted to remind you guys how to carry the 1 over when we're adding our decimals.